It's August 23rd. We're on here on the John Day River in Oregon near Silver Creek and Spray, and we're going for smallmouth bass. Webb there behind me is pumping up one of the pontoon boats. Webb's a guide here on the John Day River. He's been giving me a lot of great advice, and we've been discussing the different types of baits between Virginia and Oregon. A lot of them are the same. Some of them are different. They seem to prefer some smaller baits here. This little two-colored swim bait, little curly tail with lead head jigs, Webster's telling me. Very successful bait here. I don't know if you catch any smallmouth in Virginia on this, but I'm going to try it when I get back. The other ones are the same old, you know, big tubes, worms, stick baits. Pumpkin, brighter colors in the morning, darker colors in the afternoon and the evening. Here the river is real slow. I'm going to turn the camera on. What we have right here is a big eddy. There's going to be more current farther down, but it's not, it's like the river's low, it's the end of the summer. The river is probably 5 or 6 feet higher in the spring with a lot more current. Like 3 miles in one day is like a typical float. This time of year, you put your baits on the bottom in deep holes looking for the big fish, and kind of let them sit for a count of 6 or so. Then maybe hop it on the bottom just a little bit or twitch it. This time of year and this type of water, the way to do it is nice and slow and easy, and put it on the bottom. Let's just say hello to Webb real quick. Hello, Webb.
Hey there, folks. We do a little smallmouth bass fishing. The small baits all the way to rubber worms, but he's exactly right. We're fishing these really, really slow, almost like it's a night crawler, and really letting them take it. They'll the difference between the fish 4 or 5 inches long and 22, 23 inches long, the bite is exactly the same. They pick it up and they move it. They're really, really slow fishing here. It's a lot of fun. We get some good fish here on the John Day. It's world class. 150 fish days are pretty common here. It's fantastic.
I wanted to mention that we also have overcast skies because there's so many fires burning all over the state that there's got smoke up there. So we've got perfect weather, even maybe just a hint of rain. Really looking forward to it. So let's go. Here's another interesting thing about the John Day, at least where we are. There's no bugs. There's just like no mosquitoes or anything. I really didn't need to put anything on for them. So that's really nice. All right, we got a couple of nice fish. Here's one. What's that, about 9 inches?
Yeah.
And there's a Webster.
Little
He's got one
fatties.
too.
Loaded, bellies loaded with crawdads.
Yeah. There you go. Nice John Day bass. We've been on the river for about 20 minutes and we've already caught 3 or 4 each, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
It's about 14.
14, yeah.
Nice fish. Nice 14 or 15 inch. Really nice.
Beautiful smallmouth.
He knows this river. And the fish know him too.
Been here a little while and caught a few of these guys.
Yeah, let's get a close up.
Gorgeous fish. These are really good quality.
Really nice.
Nice smallmouth.
So one of the things I'm finding out here on the John Day, fishing with Webb, is that if a bait doesn't catch a fish in 5 minutes, switch. For instance, I was using a kind of like a gray and white bait that looked like a good bait according to Webb, but I used it way too long. I used it for about 20-30 minutes, and then I switched to this little like pumpkin colored worm sort of thing, and I just caught 2 fish in about 5 minutes. So switch often if something's not working. And it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so even a brighter color is working right now. We were using darker colors before that were successful. Worms, jackworms from case baits have been very effective. In fact, I gave one to Webb. He never had one before, and he caught one on his first cast. Haven't had any success with the crawdad imitation. That was, but it was like a red-colored one. Color may have made a difference. Just beautiful banks and rocks, a lot of pine trees, mountains in the distance. It's we're in a long valley. It's valleys and there's Webster. There's Webb up there looking for more fish. He's just a beautiful place to fish. Absolutely gorgeous. This is typical of the size you get here in John Day. This is about a 9 or 10 inch. This thing bit my pole. I mean, it's amazing with smallmouth how hard they fight. You know, smallmouth are tough. They're great. This here is the John Day experience, all in one shot. So 16, almost 16.5 inch smallmouth from the John Day River. It almost broke my pole. It was so wonderful. I was so happy. As it is with smallmouth, I didn't know how big it was till I got about 3 feet from the boat, and then I about died from shock because I told myself, please don't let me lose this fish. Please don't let me lose this fish. This is a beautiful John Day River fish. That's it.
Look at that. That is fantastic.
Rapid here becomes about a class 3 or 4 water. There's 12, 14 foot rapids coming through this. Oh yeah, it's,
Hear that? 12, 14 foot rapids here in the spring. But yeah, there are some rapids, just really gentle rapids this time of year. This is in August, so that was a lot of fun.